Have you ever heard this? If you have, listen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Tomar, what's up, dog?
Man. What's going on, Cody?
Bro, I've been
Cody
trying to get
Kai,
you here for a sec, man, but I'm glad we were able to swing it while you're...
Yeah, man.
Because you're in and out of town a lot.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that I'm busy. I'm like, because, you hear that, man, I'm busy.
Right. Man. Well, and it's also, bro, if you got to be in the mindset, it's got to be, because I want you to be in here and I want you to be like,
Exactly.
You
engage with it.
Be here, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
want to come in and not feel like you're put out or like, like just like, let me just get this out of the way.
No, like I had a buddy, I'm not gonna name any names, but he's a local, like known dude. But he was like, I'm just not in a headspace right now. I'm like, bro, respect. Like I was like just when it's the right time. So. Now's the right time. So good, dude, time. Bro.
Perfect time.
I gotta talk about C-Boys the other night, bro. That was, that was so good.
That was
dude.
Crazy. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I saw some clips from that shit, and it looked
I think you saw
fun.
the story that I sent
it
you.
off of you, and then I also saw it on yours.
Yeah. The energy was,
Dude, you get every time I see you there, bro. I feel like I don't know what it is, but it's it's you. But yeah, that dude, I saw that. Was that like there was the line outside or whatever?
Outside, yeah,
bro.
I did. It's funny because I was inside and
By the way, scoot that up a little bit closer. You can too. Yeah.
Well, it was weird because I was inside and my girlfriend, she was actually buying something from the food truck, and the back gate next to the food truck, I was like, okay, let me shut it. And when I went to go shut it, I looked outside towards the front. And I seen this long line. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. They're standing in line right now? I'm like, okay, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do the honors. So I did ask the guy at the door. I was like, hey, man, I'm going to go in. I'm going to go outside and welcome the people in. He was like, well, not yet. So I'm standing there, and what y'all didn't see on that recording, the guy tells me, yo, man, you can go ahead. I'm about to let him in, so yeah, you can go ahead. So I walk out and told the people what you saw on the video. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Come on in, open the door. And they started walking in behind me or in front of me, whatever. And the guy at the door said, it's not time yet.
Dude. You're like, what the?
So you told me.
So they had to turn back around, but y'all didn't see that on the video.
Okay. That doesn't make it to the cut.
It didn't make it to the cut.
Final cut. Dude. Bro, no, but that's like, is that, I mean, like, what do you do as far as when you come into town, when you have these shows, like how much promotion do you do versus just, are these like a lot of people that have been coming out to see you like over the, like, cause you've been out here for
10 years. The band's been 10 years.
So you've got probably a fan base at this point around town.
Yeah, definitely. And what I've noticed, Cody, is that when we first came out, it was a huge excitement about what was going on with Tomar the FCs, because it wasn't that much of I know there was some soul music presence in the city, but I wasn't out there as much because I was playing keys and I was a music director with my Latasha Lee and the Black Ties. And the thing was, I really didn't get a chance to see a lot of male, African-American or black men that's doing soul music in the city. I didn't see a lot of that. So I would always see like Tamika Jones,
She's amazing.
Jay Milano, the Soul Supporters, but I wouldn't see a lot of, young, brothers like myself. And I'm calling myself young.
Well, that is strange, yeah, because it's not necessarily like a genre that is like exclusive to like a female vocal.
Exactly.
Like, I think back to like the Winstons, like very strong male vocal there, and that's kind of what got everything going, like in the zeitgeist and how it's kept it rolling. So I'm happy that you're doing it here.
Thank you. And that was 2015. So
when did C-Boys open?
Ooh.
Was it like 2017?
Or like actually was probably before that. It was probably around 2011, 10.
Oh, was it that long?
It was called Trophies.
No, yeah.
I knew that. I'm not sure the exact name switch, but I recalled when we played C-Boys, because at first we weren't playing C-Boys. We were doing the Continental Club. Steve Wardenheimer owns both of them, and so he was booking us at the Continental Club. So we sort of built our South Congress audience from the Continental Club, but the residency started at the White Horse. You know,
not the venue I would have thought you would say, bro.
So we had a every Sunday White Horse, you know, called Soul Sundays. It was Tomar the FCs and the Soul Supporters.
Yeah.
And the backup singers for the Black Pumas.
Dude, okay. Who were on the record with you?
They were on all our records before they even started singing with the
Bro.
Black Pumas. On every single record, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
shit, nice.
Dude, which that record, bro, that's, dude, all right, you got to queue up. Play that, dude. I want to play that shit. Dude, because this is, dude, I'm telling you, bro, at C-Boys the other night, like, you play this, and I'll say this, but, like, first, just, like, this is, to me, and this is the crew. This is Jorian.
Jorian on sax with the turtleneck. Mm-hmm. The guy with the big hat in the front, and I hate to say that, but big, it was a nice hat, but that's Chris Alexander. Yeah. Spanky.
I know Chris.
The guy with his legs crossed sitting in the chair. Andy Timberg, and the guy behind him standing up looking like a preacher man or something like that. That's Paul Creswick, the drummer.
Nice.
And Andy's the guitar player. And then the guy standing next to Paul with the white and I guess looking like a blue suit. That's my man James Rodman. He's the key player. So.
Okay. Dude, that's a slick. Y'all looking slick. Dude, play that, like sample that there. Dude, because this is, I love this opening. So this is the backup singers for the Black Pumas.
Yep.
Yeah.
About your own shit.
So,
dude, it really hits when you got those stereo headphones too, bro. Number one. Sorry, worry about your own shit. That is such a great bar, dude. You can pause it now, dude. That's like it's one of those bars that sticks in your head, dude. Like straight up,
yeah.
It really is.
And it's funny because Andy, the guitar player, he belongs to this songwriting group. Because Andy and I, we do all the majority of all the songwriting in the band. And I come up with a bag full of songs, and he'll come with a bag full of songs. And that particular song, he wrote that in a songwriting group.
Okay.
And I guess he explained it that it's like you're in a group and you're songwriting, but if your stuff is not up to par, they'll tell you like in your face. Like, yo, bro, you need to change that or take that out or put that in. And so it kind of like hone your skills of learning how to properly put a song together, lyrically wise. And not more of the music side, but lyrics, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lyrics,
And
arrangement, I assume, too.
Exactly.
Like, it's like, oh, you should, cut the verse in half. It's too long, sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pre-chorus, sometimes songs may not even need a pre-chorus, So I don't even think that has a pre-chorus. No,
it's just got that kind of that intro.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say thank you for that. One thing him and I always say is that like there's not enough horns in popular music.
Yeah.
This day and age. And I love that you bring that element because that's another, you're harkening. You said that James Brown when we had, dude, that was so great the other night. We went to Kirby Lane, had the late night goodness. But you were talking about James Brown. I was like, bro, I fucking love James Brown, bro.
Man, James.
He's just.
And I know it sounds, cliche, but
The
James
JBs,
is
bro.
He's the king.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Can't mess with the funk.
I really hear his,
trying to get in the way of the funk.
I really hear his influence specifically in your ad-libbing and how it's like, can I go with the FCs? Like, bringing it in.
Exactly, yeah.
That is very reminiscent of James Brown.
And, and it's almost like it's impossible not to do that if you're playing something that has a sort of a James Brown feel to it. And because as a kid growing up, I'm gonna tell my age. I was born in the 60s, you know what I'm saying? And so growing up in the 70s, man, that stuff was playing the radio. It was like really playing the radio. Like
that's what was pop.
That was pop, yeah. So you listening to the stuff that was happening at that moment in time.
Yeah.
So 72, 73, 74. I mean, James was on the radio like Chris Brown is on the radio now. You know what I'm saying?
You can have Watergate, but give me the one. You're the dude. I need me some money, dude. It's always that. It's like that groove, and then I was gonna say with the simplicity. I think when you're talking about songwriting, to me, I mean, I'm not I haven't written enough songs to be an expert in any way, but it feels like similar to like comedy. Like you always want to get out what you're trying to say with the least amount of words you need to use to say it.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is true.
And I feel like lyrically that makes sense too, because you know, like you don't want to be convoluted. And that's one thing I think with the you know, don't mind the Joneses. And it calls it, you know, keeping up with the Joneses, we all know, right?
Yeah.
And then just that worry about your own shit. That is so fucking good. And it's like, I told you this the other night, but it's like, it feels like a song to me that like is already had been a song.
Yeah.
Like I had mentioned it to you, like it sounds like it could have been out of like a Tarantino movie, like a Tarantino soundtrack.
Dude, he's got one more picture left, bro. You could do it.
Like, get in there, dude.
So you got one more picture?
I think he said 10.
That's his,
right?
His thing, yeah.
I think he's done 9.
He wanted to do 10.
And Stephen King's still making movies. Come on,
bro. Dude, Stephen King, bro. That guy's.
Come on, man.
Bro, you maybe should start doing some cocaine again, bro. It's like, come on, get this writing up.
But piggybacking off what you just said is that when I started writing songs, I think my very first song that I wrote, it was called "You Never Satisfied," and I was playing bass and singing lead at the time because my family band, my brothers and I have 3 brothers. We all play.
Fucking great.
And my dad went out and bought a bunch of cheap equipment and put it into the garage, and drums and guitars and bass and not a church organ, but the organ that has the little the drums and all, you know.
Yeah.
It's a synth.
Has like a drum machine in there.
Yeah. So he bought one of those.
Straight out of a Nintendo game, dude.
Yeah, because we went to some family house that was practically giving it away. My dad was like, you know, back then, we're talking like the late 70s, early 80s. It was cheap. So long story short, we got into the garage, and one thing that we learned how to do is just like not get pigeonholed to just playing one instrument. And so we'll go out there, and my brothers and I, we'll switch. Sometimes I get on the drums, because actually drums was my very first instrument. And then,
drummer.
See a drummer, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And then I picked up trumpet and bass around about the exact same time. So at that point, I hadn't even started playing keys and guitar. And so what I was saying is that listening and growing up to listening to like Lionel Richie, because Lionel Richie was like my teacher to learn how to structure a song. Because that's one thing that the guy did. His lyrics and his music was like a match made in heaven, you know what I'm saying? And so he brought the feeling not just only in the music, but also the lyrics. And so my very first song on bass was called "You Never Satisfied," and I wrote that like in 1980. And it's funny because about 7-8 years later, there's this riff, and I swear to God, man, and I told this story once before. In excess,
yeah.
Yeah, they stole my freaking riff, man. and I'm gonna do it.
Did
with
you
my,
release your shit?
It's to this point, it has never been released.
Okay.
But it was called "You Never Satisfied," and my mom thought I wrote it about her, because you know.
Is it about me? All your songs are about me, right? Yeah.
Oh shit! So, dum 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 dum. Dun, 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 dun. And isn't that what song is that by NXS?
Well, could probably Google it. I can't think of the name of it.
Give me what you need.
Okay, give me what you need. Give me what you need.
I wrote that on the bass. On the dum dum.
Bro,
dum, dum.
but can you prove it?
See, that's the bullshit. Can I cuss on here?
Absolutely.
That's
Fucking
bullshit, man.
Please fucking
That's
cuss.
the bullshit thing
Yeah.
about it, man. We never recorded it, man. And but it was like,
That's the
you
thing, bro.
never satisfy what I do for you. Boom, 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 boom. Why do you treat me the way that you do? I mean, it's like, oh man,
Bro.
Have you ever thought about like bringing those songs back and recording them with the FCs?
I am going to do it. Well, I'm not sure about the FCs, but it's going to come out.
How is it for you when you do that with a song like that? Bring back a song like that you maybe haven't played, like, I don't know how long it's been, but I'm assuming it's been a while.
It's scary because you don't know if it's going to work in today's time.
Yeah. Well, and also you don't know how you'll feel about it. Like you may not, because I'm assuming you need to have that thing, whatever that emotion
Yes, sir.
that was there, that triggered the whole thing to begin with. Like that has to still be like channel. You have to be able to still channel that to get that to perform the way you do.
Yeah,
because you bring it, bro.
Thank you, thank you, Cody. And I wrote this one particular song that I am going to bring back, and it's called 17. And I was about 17 when I wrote the song. I wrote this on the piano, and it sort of has a vibe like an Earth, Wind, and Fire meet Tony vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
And it's strictly R&B soul, and it's going to have some amazing horns. I already talked to Carlos Sosa and Fernando.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've been knowing those guys.
One of our guests, former guests.
Yeah, I've been knowing those guys. And I'm not sure if they told the story.
Which one? Of y'all? Of you?
Yeah.
No.
They
No.
just,
Let's hear this shit. Let's hear this shit.
How'd y'all get down?
Well, my brothers and I, we were playing this club on 6th Street. It was called Catfish Station. Back in, say, 94, 95-ish, something like that. And, well, it was probably a little earlier than that, about 92, 93, 94, 95. But that's when Matthew McConaughey, I knew him from there. He was working there. He was a bartender.
Everybody fucking knows McConaughey, bro.
We had another McConaughey story told on here.
He was working there. He was working.
T-dubs.
I think it's in his book. I didn't even know it was in his book. But he was working there, and he would bring our drinks to the stage because he knew exactly what we drank before we got on stage. Super nice guy. But this particular place was called Catfish Station. Actually, Erykah Badu got signed at that club during South by Southwest. And so very nice club owned by a friend of mine.
Not too long ago.
Oh, she's amazing.
At Empire. She's DJing.
Dang,
I didn't see it. Dude, it was crowded. It was packed, dude. Homeboy was there. Eric.
Did she have a grill in
Black
her mouth?
Pumas. I think so.
She always have a grill.
I didn't get too much.
She always have a little gold grill in her mouth.
Yeah.
So basically, man, we were up playing one night, and we seen these two guys standing outside by the front door. And they walk in, and we noticed that they had their instruments on them, or just like, I guess something is in a case. You could tell it was instruments, And so they walk up side the stage, and they take their instruments out. Fernando had his trumpet, and Carlos had his tenor. And they were standing there looking at us, and they were looking at us like, yo, man, you don't mind if we sit in? And my brothers and I hadn't met them yet. And we were like, who's these cats, man? And so they were standing side the stage, and all of a sudden I was like singing, and I was like, yo, we called them up on stage. And I forget what song it was, man, but these cats got on stage and they slammed.
Bro.
I'm talking about it was like one.
Not surprising.
It was like one horn player in unison but different notes. It was like, what the hell? Way back then. And it got so good, we didn't want him to get off the stage. We were like,
say, hey, can you join?
neither does Tony Hinchcliffe, apparently.
So, right. So those son of a guns, those are my brothers. I love them to death, man. Yeah. Those motherfuckers knew what they were doing.
Wow.
So what they would do, and so at the end of the night, that night, we were like, Drew, we were looking at everyone and like, yo, man, let's put some money together, man, pay these cats, man, because that shit was amazing. So we put some money together and paid them, man, and they were like, hey, cool. So we were booked every Wednesday. We had a residency, right? And so they came back through again and got back on stage with us. So they knew, man, if we go there every Wednesday, we got some money coming.
Bro.
Following Wednesday after that, they didn't show up. We were looking for them because now
I thought you were part of it's like your name's on the marquee.
They got us, man. It was like that drug, man.
Can't cock tease me like that, dog. They gave you a little bit of it.
They gave us that heroin,
they gave you, but you paid for it right off the bat, so they didn't really give you any free product.
They gave us that heroin, man. You know, that first couple of hits, they give it to you free.
Dude,
now your ass is
hooked. Bro, I'll say this, dude. But Sosa, man, bro, his professionalism is there isn't a more consummate professional I've seen in town than Carlos Sosa, bro. He is
amazing,
the shit. Yeah, he's dope.
And we feed off each other, man, because actually the other night he gave me a song that him and Russell Lee put together. And
I have a problem. All right, go ahead. I'm going to talk shit about Russell Lee, bro.
Russell Lee, that's my little brother, man.
He was supposed to be here, bro. He's like,
yeah.
on my birthday.
Oh, my God, Russell.
Yeah, Russell.
Yeah, but he's going.
And then he's like, I never told you. I was like, okay, all right, okay.
But Russell, he's recently lost someone in his family, so and a few days ago, so condolences.
Oh, damn!
And my heart goes out to him and his family. And also, well, that right there kind of got the relationship between Carlos, Fernando and my brothers and I. To this day, we're like brothers, man. And so, and that's the beautiful thing about Austin, man. When you make friendships, they become brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's where it's at today, man. We're still brothers. So I'm gonna record a song with Carlos and Russell Lee. I think Carlos wrote it. Russell Lee sang. He sang the scratch vocal.
Dude, he's got some butter. He's got a buttery voice, bro.
Yeah, it sounds great. He sounds great on the recording. I'm like, just release it like that.
Yeah,
like this is great.
Yeah,
Russell Lee's dude. His voice is
he's very
something else,
very,
man.
very talented.
Yeah,
amazing drummer, and a lot of people don't realize that Russell Lee is an amazing music producer, hip hop producer.
Yeah.
And he's worked with, and we go down that road with the whole hip hop thing with my brothers and I.
Yeah.
And but he's worked with
who?
South Park Mexican. He worked with Manny Fresh. He's done music for a lot of people. And then, so we were in the same circle, working with all those Houston artists. My brother Salih, myself, Carnival Beats, just our production company. Back in 2005, we signed with Universal, even to this day, still signed Universal right now.
Okay.
And the one song that actually blew things up was Tippin on 4/4s, wrapped in 4/4, and that song blew up, and it just took it over the top. And,
Mike Jones!
It was crazy.
Who?
Mike Jones.
You produced that. Wait, not. I mean, like the Tippin on 4/4.
Russell.
Yeah,
Bro, that's
my brothers and I. Yeah.
Oh, you.
Dude,
my brother.
that is. You know that track, bro?
No.
Oh, Tippin
Bro,
on
play a little
4/4.
sample of that, bro. I haven't heard that in a long time, bro.
Man, there's some really cool clips, like Megan Thee Stallion before she got signed. She's rapping to it.
I should say please more often. I'm a dick. Please.
When we first,
it's Tippin on 4/4s.
Okay. Mike Jones.
Yeah.
So
you know this one, right?
J. Cole is doing an amazing one on
I love
YouTube.
J. Cole, bro.
He did it freestyle. It's killing.
1985, I
So,
arrived.
Dude.
Oh shit, dog!
That's Carnival Beast right there,
Bro, we gotta like keep it within free use rights here. Dude,
But the weird thing about that song, man, that song was produced for an artist that was signed to our label, Carnival Beats, back in 2002, 3.
dude, but that's like an all-timer, dude.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really is, man.
And I say,
When you hear that, right? Would you agree with me? Like you don't because for everyone that knows hip hop, like that was one of those like there's certain songs that just they were like the song of that summer, that year, that whatever. But then they're always that when you think of that time, it's always that song that you think of, bro.
And it's many more after that, but that one was the one that just kind of took it over the top.
Paid a lot of bills.
Yeah, it did, man. And it just went double platinum like a week and a half ago.
Damn.
So it.
Congratulations,
so
bro.
Thank you. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
So when it came out, it went platinum, and then I guess it's all about time, and then all of a sudden, it's started to like regenerate that same energy, and it's been in many movies. I mean, then Mike Jones and Paul Wall and Slim Thug went on the Still Tippin' tour, and it just went over the top again, and now you have Lupe Fiasco has done a version of it. Ludacris has done a version. Who else? Shoot.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
So,
that's dope though. But it's like that's what I'm saying. It's that kind of like touchstone thing that goes. It's a well that people keep going back to. There's certain ones is like Biggie has to, what is it? A Big Papa like that. That's been recycled.
Yeah.
But like, there's different ones, and that's I feel like that because it's such so that. I'm curious, how did that come about?
Well, that's a sample from a. There's this violin. It was an orchestra. My brother Solly was listening to this record, and he heard this like run. Whoa! So as producers, and not only that, when you're a musician, you hear it from a different perspective, and you're like, "Holy shit! I can mix this in with that." And so if you really listen to that record, it's not really that many instruments in that song. It's the bass, boom, boom, and it's the violin. And there's no keys. It's no major hits. There's no horn hits. All you have is drums, the bass, and that violin, and it's very, very simple.
It's that violin that does it, though.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what makes that beat iconic. Is that that's because that doesn't see that's a fucking dope because that. Do you know the name of the song that he sang? It's from a song.
Yeah, it's from
like a classical song.
Yeah,
do you know?
I forget it.
You could probably Google it.
You could probably Google it. Yeah.
You probably could. But like, okay, but to hear that and hear hip hop, you know.
Well, it's like a chef hearing or a chef getting a new ingredient and being like, I can make something real cool with this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you make your own version of it.
Yeah, it's like all right, it's not the same, genre or whatever. I'm throwing this together and it's going to be. And I think too another cool thing about that
William Tell overture, bro.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Dude, that's one of the most because that's got a bunch of the like really famous.
That is crazy, man.
That was in Fantasia.
That's where it came from.
Yeah,
that's where it came from,
bro.
And,
so still Tippin, bro. William Tell. That's fucking crazy.
And you know the funny thing about it is that, it was recorded for an artist on our album.
And it's free use, bitch, because that dude is dead as
and we told him, like, yo, man, what he would do, he would use it to, like, open up his show. We have a show, and he would open up the show, and he would, like, freestyle. And the guy was, blazing hot, but he would never write to it. So show kicks off, he'd come out, and the song just, and he would never write to it. So one day we got a call from Switcher House. My brother A-Shack, he's my younger brother, and he was our manager. Still, so to this day, he's our manager. Me and Salih's manager. So it's good to have a brother to be your manager because he knows exactly what bullshit you will put up with and what you won't put up with. So basically,
knows you.
Yeah. So we got a call from T. Ferris over at Swisher House, and because at that time we had did our first biggest one that came out of Houston that went to Billboard. I think it debuted at number 64 on Billboard. Was by Big Mo. It was called "The Bar Baby, The Bar Baby, The Bar Baby, The Bar Baby." If you haven't heard of me, Big Mo killed it. It debuted at number 64, and then after that, I think there's one of our other ones came out was "Come On Baby, Power Up with Me" by Rec Shop. So Big Mo was on Rec Shop, and then we did the Rec Shop Acting the Ass album, and quite a few songs. But then the one that broke us into the industry at that time was like, I think it was 1998, 99, was Purple Stuff by Big Mo. Purple Stuff, Purple. So Purple Stuff. So he got signed, Big Mo got signed to Capitol Records. So that was sort of the introduction of Carnival Beats, my brother and I, production company, to the industry.
Yeah.
So that we were on the radar then. So when that Still Tippin' came out around 2002, 3, it didn't catch on till like 2 years later. It was already. It was like we call it ghetto platinum in Houston. It was ghetto platinum. If you sell 200,000 copies in the streets, dude, that is like double platinum, like because you don't have to share that money with the
No, that's all yours.
Dude, that's what I was thinking about though.
It
was like you like how do albums go platinum anymore? Because people don't sell albums anymore. Everything is streamed now. It's like
that's a sad thing, man. Because back then we would go.
I guess you consider like streams, like listens. If you hit a million listens, is it a million records is platinum?
Well,
is it a million?
Well, yeah, a million is platinum.
It's a million.
Yeah, a million is platinum.
Gold is 100,000.
500.
500,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the weird thing is that you can go into the hood, like Too Short got started out like that. He would make all these cassettes, and he would go into the hood in Oakland and just sell cassettes out of his trunk, and became ghetto platinum out of his trunk. And
well, that was Biggie too, bro. When he was coming up in Brooklyn, like he was like, it was,
There's no hustles like that anymore. There's no hustle opportunities.
The record labels sort of killed that hustle because I'm gonna tell you, Big Mo, Rec Shop, they were making money hand over fist. I mean, DJ Screw was, rest in peace, making money hand over fist, man, because you didn't have to go to a record company to make your money like that. These guys are driving Bentleys way back then, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is that when the record labels tried to get in the pockets or get into that ecosystem that made the hood what the hood was all about, they sort of wrecked it. They went in, they sort of destroyed what you just said. That feeling, that understanding of like, yo, man, I don't have to sign with Sony, I don't have to sign with RT Records or whatever to be a platinum artist. I'd be ghetto platinum. And, you know, and those guys weren't worrying about selling records in LA or New York. Hell, Big Mo didn't even leave his neighborhood until he flew to California to sign a record deal. He has never been on a plane ever. Yeah. But he was ghetto platinum, you know what I'm saying? So that is the thing is that
that's the thing. You start something and if it, it'll cook in a place, and then
definitely will.
Again, it's like Eminem, dude, in on 8 Mile, and just like how he was coming up in those rap battles, and like nobody, only Detroit knew about him, but Detroit fucking knew about him, and it's like.
But he didn't care if anyone outside until he ran to Dre. Dre was like, dude, I can make you a star.
It's like you other folks gotta hear this sort of thing.
Bro,
Exactly.
but I love, you mentioned J. Cole, bro. I love J. Cole. I think he's one of those cats now that's like taking the mantle.
Oh man,
from the legends, dude. And then it's him and Kendrick for me are probably my top.
I got
two.
a really cool story about Kendrick, man. I was it's 2008. There was a Ozone Awards in Houston, Texas. 2008. I had a rock band that I was producing, and I was running them through our Universal Records where we were signed at. And I took them down to Houston to do like a meeting with the publicist. And I think the publicist she was representing Pac-Man Jones and Macy Gray. Macy Gray. And before
Tom Segura's got a great bit about Pac-Man Jones.
You
heard that bit? That's great.
I think it was before he had that little problem. I don't know. It was probably around about that time.
Oh, he had a few problems. I think let's say it wasn't one single problem for Pac-Man Jones.
So basically, we were up there, and there's this company out of Austin, Texas. It was called Miko Labs. Miko Labs was owned by this guy named Victor, Asian guy. He created this workstation keyboard, whereas that you can do all your stuff on one keyboard. And I forget the name of the keyboard, but it was Miko something Labs board, whatever. But the thing was, I went by and I met the guy. His office was right at 35 and Ben White, in that Omni Hotel. Used to be Omni Hotel. So basically, they had a thing set up in Houston at the hotel demonstrating the keyboard. So there was Ozone Awards, and it was downtown Houston right there, and at that some hotel. But he got word that I was in town, the owner, Victor, and he said, he called me. He's like, Tomar, why don't you come by and do a demonstration in the lobby? He said, what time you going to be here? I said, because he had different, like Pharrell Williams, what's his other, what's the guy, Timberland. Yeah, those guys. And what he'd give you a board. If you do a free demonstration, he'd give you one of those boards. So you can do vocals. I mean, you can do everything in this board.
Loops.
Loops, everything. It's like a one-stop shop board.
Was it like a previous iteration of like an MPC, like a standalone sort of thing?
Well, it was
actually even, more powerful.
It was way powerful. This is like 2005, 2006. So, but when he created the board, so it started gaining popularity through, connecting with producers like Timberland and Pharrell Williams and everything. So I get up there and I get a call and I go down to the lobby and he introduced who I was, and it was a packed lobby, man. I'm talking about it was probably like close to 1,000 people in that lobby, man. And they had speakers set up. And so what I did, I loaded all my sounds up and I started doing my hi-hats, and I was showing how you can load your kick drums and load all your snares up. And then I just started using the click track, and I just made a little 15-minute beat showing how you go from one instrument to the next. And then 15 minutes, I said, I got enough here. Okay, I said, now, next thing I need someone who got a hot 16 for me. and it's like everybody in the lobby was a rapper. It's 1,000 hands
I'm
come up.
dying for someone to ask me that question.
1,000
A
hands
hot
come up.
16 bars.
16 bars, 16 bars, And so standing next to me the entire time was this kid, man. And he was, just jamming the whole time, just real chill, man, just doing this like here, just bobbing his head up and down. And
Was he short?
And so you got to keep in mind, 2008, okay?
I was going to say 2008, okay.
So I had a DJ next to me. His name is DJ Best. And basically what happened, man, I was like, yo, anybody got it? And my DJ, he said, yo, man, this cat right here, man, standing next to
My
you.
man knew.
And he said, this cat, man right here, man, I've been hearing him like mumble some stuff since the whole time you started this whole beat. I said, yeah, go ahead, man, you got something? So I gave him the mic. And everybody was, because everybody in there thought they were a rapper. Until that motherfucker started rapping.
Bro, that's fucking great, dude.
That was Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Before he was Kendrick Lamar, okay?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a really cool story.
Bro, that is dope as fuck, dude. That was like swimming pools or some shit, dude.
Humbling a room full of rappers,
So
Dude.
into shutting up.
shutting up. They were like, okay.
Like, all right, you got
I thought
someone.
I had a hot 16.
And I bet
I gotta go back to the lab.
How much though are you want? I'm sure he wasn't. It probably wasn't him asking. It was somebody else going for him. Was he one of the guys that was like?
No, he was standing right next to me the
Just-
whole time I
just
was
chilling.
the whole time I was making the beat. He was just like quiet.
He was in the right place.
standing right next to me, like to my right. And
Dude.
yeah, it's crazy.
Kendrick, if you hear this, dog, that's dope.
But
Give us a shout.
but
Come
we
on,
have-
Cody Kai.
But there's a lot of pretty cool stuff like that has happened in the hip hop, scene when we were really doing a lot of hip hop. When we first signed with Universal, the very first rapper that called, he called himself. I guess Universal gave him our number to the office, and he said, "Hey fellas, I'm gonna send you guys my version of Y'all Still Tippin' what y'all did with Mike Jones." And this guy sent this version, man. And we still got it to this day. Lupe Fiasco.
Dude, bro, that's
He was signed, but he wasn't like Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah.
Man, he sent this version of him rapping on just music of Still Tippin'.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I didn't even think that you can even rap like that on that beat. It's like, because you hear it one way all the time. And Lupe was the first cat that just stepped outside the norm and just killed it, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
Dude.
I think that's the tell of a great rapper, just someone who can sort of break the flow a little bit more, and they're not sticking to what's either like really popular on the radio, and they're just they can throw their own groove on it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Dude, who's got good flow? Common, bro. He's got good flow.
Oh, man, Common.
Dude. I stagger in the gathering, possessed by a pattern.
Common go way back, man. I've never met him
My vocals
personally.
be scattering. Blah, 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 blah.
Never met
Grammatics that are masculine, dude. Dude. But it's like, yeah, that makes the, for me, that's one of the things I like about Kendrick too, dude. He's very percussive in his cadence.
him. Yeah, very, very. Very, man. And that's when I embraced Biggie, because Biggie, his whole cadence is completely different from all the other rappers that were out at that time.
Yeah, Erica dropped Dreams. I was like, yes, I hadn't heard that, dude. Dreams of getting R&B,
yeah.
bitch.
Oh, he kills it, man. He kills it.
Dude, but it's just that I'll sit back, relax, boom, boom, boom. But it's that I'm cool on it. I'm like, I'm not even just throwing bars. It's like Frank Sinatra with jazz.
Yeah.
But, on a hip hop beat.
On hip hop, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he hears it. And Biggie heard it, I don't know where, but this one guy said, from his perspective, he said, man, that he was a jazz, I think drummer or piano player. He said that Biggie raps as if he's doing a jazz scat, like it's an instrument. And so if you listen like Ella Fitzgerald,
Funny I made
you know
that
what I'm
reference.
saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's like his cadence is like that. And so that's why it was so different. I don't even think Biggie understood why he rapped like that.
It was the guy that played Humpty Hump. I forgot his real name though.
Are you talking about Shock G?
Yeah, he was the one who said that.
He said that.
Yeah, he said that.
So Shock G, rest in peace, because we lost him, how many years ago?
I'm not sure.
Ooh, about
So he said what? That's what he said about
yeah,
Biggie.
he said Biggie that hits
the jazz musician.
Yeah, his cadence
kinda.
is like more just like a jazz, and
Yeah, Nas is from the throat. Biggie was like, I think he said a trumpet player.
yeah,
And
trumpet bass.
then Tupac sounded like MLK and Malcolm X.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really cool story about Pac, man. I'm just running all these stories down.
Bruh.
I'm just talking about the hip hop now.
Yeah, we're going through the
Get this
hip
out.
hop, man. Yeah.
Dude, you've been around the block, bro. I want to hear some stories.
So with Tupac, man, back in 2008, I was in Laredo, Texas, doing some business down there. Aside from music, I own a flooring company as well.
Nice.
And I stain concrete, and that's like another passion of mine. I love just doing pretty cool stuff when it comes to flooring. And I was down there doing some flooring, and I get a call from our company, Universal's like, yo, hey, man, basically, we got a call from Tupac's mom, Afina Shakur. We lost her about a few years ago. And she wants to connect with you guys, and she wants to record with you guys. We're like, what? Like, record what? She's like, my boss over at Universal was like, yo, music. I want you guys to produce. So what I found out, when Tupac would go and do concerts, he would not just only go to a show and leave the concert and go and party and hang out. When Pac is in your town, Pac would ask, who has the hottest studio real close by? Who has the next? And instead of going and hanging out and partying, he would go to that local studio and drop down a bunch of verses and just be freestyling, because that's when he's in his element. You know, it's almost like you gotta keep that, edge. You always gotta be on that edge, and that's how you stay good. You know, you go in the hood, and you got cats that's eating bars, and Pac going there like, shit, you're gonna out-eat me. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it's all about, is just staying on that grind. So what happened then is that they can't release that music. You can't release that music. You just have Pac in your studio on a freestyle track, and you're gonna use it for like cousins or friends. And hey man, we had Pac in here last night. Check this out. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do with that? Nothing. Can't do nothing.
No.
Can't do anything with that.
Well, I mean, if it was truly freestyle, why wouldn't they own it?
Because it's his voice.
Yeah.
He was signed. And
So his voice is owned by his.
yeah, that's
Everything you make
Yeah.
as an artist, even if it's just like,
Even just
tune.
talking?
Yeah. Everything is, yeah.
Apparently, Spotify owns everything since we post on there, I guess.
So basically, his mom she was the overseer of his estate. And so what happened is that she would just probably reach out to people, and they would say, I have some vocals of your son that we did over here. He was here, blah, 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 blah. And they would send those acapellas to his mom. So she have all these acapellas. So what happened, we had a studio here in Austin, and we had a record store, a vintage record store in Luling, Texas. And so we had Studio A here in Austin. We had Studio B in Luling, because the record store was the record store. We sold a bunch of vintage, albums and stuff like that. But in the back of that record store, we had another recording studio in the country, because Luling is only about 4,000 people. So like a little hideaway. So what happened, word got out that Pac people were flying in from LA, and someone announced it on the radio. There was a hip hop radio station at that time. Some DJ announced it, like, hey man, we're here.
Spill the beans, man.
So we get over to the studio, and there's people all in the parking lot, like, what the hell is going on here, man?
It's like, hey.
And so we were like,
Unwanted
okay.
attention.
So we were like, you know what? We're gonna move the session, and we moved it to Luling, Texas. And this one big, tall black guy, he was quiet. He was walking around with these briefcases, man, of all these hard drives. And and the white guy was the engineer, so it was two of them. And the engineer guy was there to like hook up all the music and upload it into our system and everything. And so we get there, and the guy opens the briefcase. He's putting hard drives on the desk, and the guy wouldn't say a word. He was just a big dude. I knew he can just chop your head off in one swipe. He looked like he can do it. He lethal. So basically, man, we hooked everything up, and I'm gonna tell you, man, the weirdest thing was to hear Pac's vocals come through our speakers with no music on it. It was almost like he was talking like, you hear my voice right now. And you hear him like, he'd say something, you hear him breathe in between like, yeah, I've never done nothing. He'd go back, I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy, man.
Was
That
he
is
already
awesome.
He was already big at this point.
Oh, he was already big.
Yeah.
But he had lost his life.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is around about 2008, I would say 2007 and a half, 8. And so periodically throughout the studio session, his mom would call. And not only she'd just say, how you guys are doing? We like, oh, we doing good. And everybody like put on speakerphone. We talk to her, and then she would tell a story. She will always tell a story about her son. And so you getting like authentic stories from
the source.
The
That's
source.
a primary
The literal,
resource.
the literal.
Yeah, so really
source.
cool, man. Really, really cool, man.
Yeah.
So that we did 2 songs. I think she was
with Pac, or with
on
like
that album.
with like his vocals.
Yeah, we did.
Because he was long gone, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he was long gone, but she gave us whatever we wanted to do. She's like, whatever. So we went through about, I'm not joking, man, but I think we went through probably about almost 150, close to 200 just listening. So it took about 2.5, 3 days to record this session because you're just listening to vocals. And when you listen, and you're like, oh, I want to write to that. I want to write to that. So you like sync it up. And then I had a studio where I was at the house. So everywhere you go, you always have a studio. So if you're in the bed and you hear something, you listen to these Pac's vocals and you just run right into the studio and just sync it right up and then you go to the main studio and drop it down. So that's what happened, man. Basically, we got in and we dropped 2, but she said, if you have an artist that's signed to your label, feel free to put him on the record with my son. We were like, what? Like, what?
That is rare.
Unreleased Tupac
I was like, that's crazy, man. Like, yeah. So we call our artist that was signed to the label. They thought we were bullshitting. They're like, no, man, we're serious. She's serious, man. If you want to be on the record with Pac, come on down. It was only one guy that showed up that wasn't even signed to our label, but he was a really good friend of ours, man, out of Rec Shop, out of Houston, Texas. His name is A3. He drove from Houston, and if you can pull this song up, and it's on the Pac's Life album. Pac's Life.
When was this? When did you do this?
It was probably around about 2008, 7 and 8. I would say Pac's Life album, track number 5, What's Next? And Pac's Life. And basically, this guy named A3, not only, that's it right there, What's Next? There we go. Carnival Beats. Recorded right there in Luling, Texas, right there.
This shit was in Luling? This fucking...
That's A3.
We dropping bars in Luling! Dude.
And my boy A3 helped write the chorus with Pac.
Dude, that's dope, that is so cool. That is just like a...
Man, that's such an unconventional way to write too, and it's not like you're set.
Kind of like taking footage that was filmed with no real cohesion of anything and trying to form a story with it.
Out of it. Yeah. Well, but also the fact that you were getting, I assume it's like a collage of different vocal stems, which obviously they were recorded to a backing track to some beat, and then you're sitting there just a cappella of like, okay, now I got to come up with the music for this, where there's already a flow, there's already lyrics, and you got to kind of figure out how to almost like write the music for the vocals.
Exactly, because
the
normally
existing vocals. Not like you can have him re-record it and be like, hey, it was a little, you were a little off on this. Could you get a little tighter on the kick there?
That's the cool thing about it is that my dad, he's a jazz sax player. My dad is 88 years old right now, and he has dementia.
Living.
Keep on living. And he has dementia, but the thing about it is that if you put a sax or put him in front of a piano, he can still play.
Dude, that's
the power of music right there,
so
baby.
the music is in you. So when you hear Pac's vocals as a musician playing 5 or 6 different instruments, you already hear the music in your head when he starts rapping. Now you just got to make sure that it can come out of your fingers. You know what I'm saying? Come out your fingers.
Yeah.
And so being blessed to be able to play music at a high level, it's amazing to hear vocals and then automatically hear music with the vocals, and you don't have to struggle with what you're going to do. Now, every once in a while, you may go in and kind of tweak it a little bit, up and down, take that out, put this in. But for the most part, when I hear his vocals, I already know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, you already
kind
hear
of
the
like
ensemble.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Certain lyricists would bring that out of you as a producer from a producer aspect.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I was like, I wanted to ask you this, like to loop back to Kendrick, because I'm curious to ask you this with him, because you said this is like 2008, so like he's got to be like what, like 20? Like
No, he was probably younger. He was probably like 17.
Oh damn. Okay. So dude, yeah, he was.
How old is Kendrick? Is he like 30?
He's probably in his mid-30s right
like
now.
34, 35, something like that, right?
Yeah, something
Early
like
to
that.
mid-30s, yeah.
So he's like 16, 17.
How old is Kendrick Lamar?
So
38.
87. Okay, so he would have been 21 then.
21?
If it was 2008, he would have been
2008.
21.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was young as fuck though.
Yeah.
He was not yet Kendrick.
No, he
but
wasn't.
this is my question. I'm curious. When you saw him go up that day, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say, like, honestly, did you see it? Did you see it then? Did you know? Like, did you
Definitely.
already, did you watch that and you're like, this kid's going places?
Yeah, well, I
you just knew?
I mean, what really got me
You're like, let me get your number, dog.
yeah, right? Like that.
was the crowd's
No,
reaction,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Bro.
but his humbleness, man. He was so fucking humble.
Be humble.
He was so
Sit
humble. He
down.
was so soft spoken. He wasn't over the top, and that's what.
Well, I think it's because
intrigued
he
me.
probably recognizes, at least I would assume, that like it's all just not
Mm-hmm.
like almost none of it is real in the sense that it's all the material world. It's all, the flesh, and it's like
Yeah.
he's so much deeper than the flesh, bro. I mean, he's a spiritual kind of like lyricist, and I feel like that's what I connect on with him is that that takes it. That's why I say I'll keep saying this shit. Drake is potato chips, all right? This motherfucker's potato chips. Kendrick is meat and potatoes.
Meat
Dude,
and potatoes.
He's
Yeah.
the you can live off of this.
Yeah, he's very serious. I'm
Drake, you listen 5 minutes
Yeah.
later, you're hungry again.
Well,
You don't want,
and-
and you're not thinking about the song afterwards. There's no,
Yeah.
there's nothing that's like moving you in that way.
It's not sitting with you.
that whole battle there, man. That whole battle there. That should have never happened. It should never happen.
Well, dude,
It should never happen.
yeah, Drake should have kept his fucking mouth shut, dude. What is he doing, bro?
It
What
shouldn't
is he
happen,
doing?
man.
Why are you calling people out, dog?
And I'ma
like
tell you-
it was
Oh my
weird as fuck
God.
when he was getting homegirl from Stranger Things like digits when she was still
wow.
a minor, bro, like
Yeah,
young.
that was very
I was
weird.
like, that's that's a little weird.
And you know the weird thing about it, man. I mean, I'm a father of 2 daughters. I have a 17-year-old and a 26-year-old. And
Drake, you better not let him eat
Yeah,
Drake.
And the sad thing, man, is that I'm a very protective dad. And when stuff like that, you hear stuff like that, man, it hits me. It hits me a different way. Being a father of 2 daughters, and it hits different. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know why they were beefing. I mean, that's how far I was removed from the whole hip hop thing until I think it was one of my nieces told me, "Yeah, Uncle Tomar, they talking about blah 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 because Drake did." I'm like, "What? He did what?" And I heard the
You're
stranger
not a
thing.
colleague. You're a fucking colonizer, bro.
Damn.
I was like, he's going hard, dude.
He's trying to own it.
Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor, dude.
He
And
did
like he
say
does that
that.
at the Super Bowl, and it's like the whole fucking crowd, like A minor.
I didn't even know that Serena Williams was.
Bro, that is the
Dated.
that's
I know
the
they were, like,
cherry on
dating.
top of the fuck you cake, dude. With that whole fucking dude, because
It was just so much going on in that stage.
not
at
like
one time,
us, bro.
yeah.
That's such a fucking great dude.
So-
but like dude, that's the thing though, bro. Like that, you see what Kendrick stands on, dude. He ain't standing on bullshit, bro.
He stands on business. Man.
He stands on business,
Yeah.
dude.
And we got it's weird because when he got his deal, being that we were signed with Universal, what we would do, his name is Manny Edwards. Manny Edwards worked with Mariah Carey, Usher, you name it. He worked with so many people in the industry. Good brother. He signed Carnival Beats, Solly and myself to Universal. And I think it was like 2010, 11. Because every year we would get like a list of people from Universal to produce and work with. And on this one particular list, every year, beginning of the year, we get like a list of probably, I would say about 12 artists that if we wanted to like take a stab at and produce. Now, keep in mind, some of those names on that list, never heard of them. Why? Because they just got signed. So they didn't have a presence already. then there would be names on there that you say, okay, I know, okay, because I think Boys the Man was doing something. I think who else? Janet Jackson was trying to revive her career, and we got her name on the list. Well, there was a couple of names on this one particular list. Well, 3. Rita Ora, and I want to say this is probably like 2010, 2011, and then we got Nicki Minaj.
Oh shit.
I had to ask my daughter. She was like 12 or 13. I said, baby, who do you know who this is? She was like, and she's young. I would think that she would know. She was, Dad, I have no idea who that is. It was like 2010 or something like that. She's like, Dad, I have no idea. So Nicki Minaj, and then Kendrick Lamar was on one of those lists.
Dude.
And so we just never took a stab. I never took a stab at it because at that point, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, you should have sent him some beats, bro.
You know, at that point, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. At that point, my brother Solly and I, we just started phasing out of doing. You know, I think our last hit record that we did that went, you know, was Snoop Dogg.
Bro, dog. I didn't know you worked with so many motherfucking killers out here, dog.
So Snoop.
This is how we do it on the Cody Kai Cast.
Just casual
Tune
drops.
in, bitches.
But this is about the time you were phasing out.
Yeah, we were phasing out, man.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, because I mean, one time I got a call, man, and it's so the last one, the really big one was Snoop Dogg, Mike Jones,
Mike Jones,
and Bun B. And we did Bun B hit Draped Up and Dripped Up, No Womp. We did that hit as well. So we were phasing out, and that record is called Cruising Down the Street in My 6'4".
Oh, classic.
Yeah. So we flipped that because the thing is, we got a call from Universal that Eazy-E's son, Little E, wanted some beats from us. We're like, okay. He want to work with you cats, man. Like, okay. So we did all these beats that kind of gave him like a sort of a feel from his dad. So we would take his dad's vocals and make these beats with him and stuff. And we had another one was called High Rolling Big Money, I'm Falling. It was off the NWA record way back in 87, 88. But that was Eazy's voice. So Cruising Down the Street and then High Rolling Big Money. We had 2 records. We sent them out, and Eazy-E Jr. passed on both of them.
Oh, dude.
Just passed them. So it's funny how it happens, man, right?
Yeah.
So he passed on both of them, right? So we get a call that Chingy, from right there, wanted to work with us. So we fly to LA. We're in the studio working with Chingy. And while we're in the studio working with Chingy on a couple of his records, man, and in comes Eazy-E son. He walks in the studio, man, and we're like,
you're like, bitch.
We like, because I hadn't met him in person yet, man. I'm like, damn, this dude looked just like fucking Eazy, but not knowing that was his son. But he's a lot yoked. He's way much yoked than his dad. You want to fuck with him like a little pit bull, man. Like,
Bite your head off.
But he looks just like his dad, man. And he sat the entire session and watched us work with Chingy that night. And he was really quiet, but very, very, but we never understood why he passed on him. But that record that we had sent to him is the Cruising Down the Street in My 6'4". So Mike Jones, Snoop Dogg, and Bun B. That was probably the last record that we did hip hop that went whatever.
And then you transitioned out towards started moving.
Start doing R&B. Started producing stuff for like Latasha Lee and the Black Ties. My brother Solly doing his own thing. Me doing Tomar the FCs. And
well, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, so because you have 2 sides of you. I mean, we haven't even talked about the side that I'm
a Gemini. I'm a Gemini, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, what was that transition like?
The transition is scary.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen. But the thing is, if you're confident in your musicianship, man, I mean, like I said, many years, we were musicians. We started playing 6th Street back in 1984, 85. We did the first South by Southwest in 87. Yeah. My brothers and I. And so we were playing
you cut your teeth, dude.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Being musicians in the cuts, in the lab, working, not just not being a lab musician, but also being on the streets and stuff. So we grew up I was basically born on stage, playing it. We had a residency when I was 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to school the next day. That's when you can
Yo,
smoke.
I came out of the womb. They gave me a mic.
That's when you could smoke in the clubs back then. So we would get home around about 3 a.m, and my mom would have my brothers and I. Back then we had afros. You know what I'm saying? So she would take us in the
Jackson
shower.
5 shit.
Yeah, man. We all it was like 4 afros. My mom had our heads in the shower.
Family band.
Shampoo in your hair, trying to get that damn cigarette.
Well, hopefully your dad didn't beat you at least.
No, he didn't.
Okay, that's good.
My mom was in charge of scrubbing the cigarette smell out of our afros, man. So you go to school the next
dude.
morning, kids are
like, what the fuck is this you doing? What do you do, bro?
Goes too hard. It's like, smells like Dawn.
Yeah.
Like, I got 2 jobs. What are you talking about? Bro.
But Kai, to answer your question, man, the transition was smooth, and it was right on time, you know. And I'm so blessed to be the age I am, to still be just enthused about doing music, and not just doing it on a local level, but just doing it on a grander scale, like blowing up what I'm doing now to go worldwide. And that is my next. That's
Are you
my
talking
next
Tomar the
intention.
FCs?
Mhm.
Tomar the FCs, or even if
Yeah,
it's,
let's talk about them, dude.
Yeah, let's
Because
go.
like what I wanted to say about you is that.
bam.
Oh, bro!
There we
Thank you, dude. Yes. Oh my
There you go.
god, dude.
Show his camera. You can get nice and close there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, that's a good one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
There's. Oh wait, it's too low.
You
Too low.
gotta turn
I
it.
meant,
Oh, wait.
I meant turning it to face the camera that's
It's
This way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
camera.
Oh, that's
That
it. Oh.
there we go.
beautiful.
Soul searching, baby.
There we go. Okay.
I love that. Oh,
I love that.
the back is awesome,
Dude,
too.
thank you so much, bro. That's so,
You're
dude.
welcome, you're welcome.
We really appreciate that, man.
And that photo, that porch right there, I wrote many songs on that porch. That's Big Mama's porch. That's,
There you go.
That we have about 30
Is
acres.
that here in Austin?
That's in Luling, Texas.
In Luling.
On the farm. So we
Okay.
have about 30 acres out there. And that right there, when we were transitioning from one city to like Austin, we were waiting for our house to get ready. That we stayed at that house with my grandparents.
Nice.
And so we had nowhere else to rehearse. So that porch, we wrote a lot of songs on that porch right
Yeah, well, and there's like a spirit there,
Yeah,
you know.
environment plays so much
Yeah.
into the
Exactly.
creative process.
Yeah.
And-
Exactly.
Yeah, I love this. It very much reminds me of like Allman Brothers style album covers, and I
Dude.
dig just a band sitting in a cool place.
Thank you.
Dude, so I'll say this about you. When I watch you perform, the word I would say is presence.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're not mailing anything in.
Oh, man.
You know, I'm not saying that that's something that, you know, a lot of people do, but you do, you know, sometimes it does happen, but it's like I really appreciate that you like bring that energy, that level of like engagement. You really interact with the audience. A lot of your stuff you get like the audience to come into and
Yes, sir.
sing, and it's like there's a connection you build in that way with the crowd. I feel like that you're not just up there playing a song, you're actually trying to connect with the audience, and that does, I think, makes a difference.
Well, music, and my dad would tell my brothers and I, he said, the art of music is to listen. That's the art. And once you're able to have people to listen to you, now you have to what? You have to get them engaged in what you're doing when you deliver it in person. And I'm a thespian, so, you know, high school, so doing theatrical stage plays and stuff, that was one thing that you made sure you brought the audience on stage with you, or even vice versa, you know what I'm saying? So learning that whole, you know, art of making that happen, and then growing up watching, you know, Michael Jackson, you know, James Brown, and
Kings of stage presence.
But it's, yeah.
Prince, you know, and very first concert, Prince, the Purple Rain tour, very first concert in my life was at the Franklin Center. And Prince, the 1999, the Purple Rain tour, 2 nights in a row. It was a Tuesday and Wednesday night. So when I saw Prince in person, that blew me away. That blew me away because I'm like, this guy did the same exact thing that he did the night before. So that told me that it was a theatrical performance. It's a production.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's going up there just winging it every time. He's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, there is some improv. You know, there is some improv. You don't want to take the improvisational out of the performance, but for the most part, it is a show. I was born in Vegas. My mom worked at the
You were born in Vegas,
Born
nice.
in Vegas, and my mom worked at the hotels. Her job was to make sure that Sammy Davis Jr. suite was always immaculate. She's seen the whole Rat Pack show from when she'd take her break. So my mom was a singer. She'd watch that. And so I come from that family of understanding, like if you come and do a musical performance, you got to put on a show.
Yeah.
And see, people come to your show, and my dad said they want to be entertained, son. So now you got their attention, so now it's time to entertain them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the craft is, I think, also, that spontaneity, making it feel that way where, it is really rehearsed
Yes,
to
sir.
a degree that maybe the audience doesn't really understand. It maybe feels to them more in the moment.
In the moment,
and
yeah.
they're not thinking like that.
Yeah.
Because and also it's in the songwriting. Because I think
That
what
is
you
true.
do, like do you need it like I need it? Do you
Come on
want? He
in.
writes these songs that are just like they're catchy.
Thank you.
They engage, like I said, they engage the audience, but then they stick in your head later. And as a songwriter, that's what you want. I mean, and I'm not saying that's what you write for, but when you come, like for you, like if you're coming up with a hook, like what's the thought process for you? How do you know? Like, can you feel it if it's good? Like you're like, because I feel like for me, if I write a good joke, a lot of times some jokes I'm like, but there are jokes I'll write where I'll be like, that's gonna work. That's for sure gonna work. You know what I mean? And I'm curious if it's like for you with with like a hook.
And it's funny that you say you write. I write jokes too, but I hadn't done
Let's
stand up
fucking
yet.
hear one.
No, I got one, but if I say it on there, someone gonna steal it. Someone gonna steal it, man. But it's funny. But I read them out to my
It'll
girlfriend.
be posted, and then we can always come back with the
Yeah, it's
timestamp. here.
recorded.
So, but writing songs, the answer to that, man, is like I was reading somewhere is that if I tell you to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb, you guys can just automatically sing it, right? Now, you probably hadn't heard a recording of that song since when?
I don't think ever.
There you go.
Yeah.
But you can sing it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So my understanding of attacking a song that you want to stick in someone's brain, like glue, super glue even rather, is that you make it as simple as Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah.
Roll, roll, roll your boat. I ain't heard that recording. I don't think I ever heard it. But with kids, I probably had. But the point is that if you attack your melodies like that, whereas that it's not so complex, it's not so, complicated. It's just so complex. Don't make it overcomplicated.
You can't try to be doing something. You just gotta kind of let something happen.
Let it flow.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you realize people just walking around saying, "Man, I cannot get that song out my head." What's that one song? The guy Bobby McFerrin.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, be happy.
When you hear that song, your whole day is fucked.
He's a little song
It's like,
I
all right, I'm
wrote.
listening to this all day
Might
now.
want to sing it note for note.
Don't worry. I mean, it's just simple.
Fucking
man.
jarhead.
And so that's
There-
my approach.
And
Yeah.
I think it's really, really cool to have that mentality going into it, because there's a lot of artists definitely that try and like overcomplicate it and just make it as interesting to them as possible.
Exactly.
I'd heard a great practice
Fucking
about if you
Meta bitches.
if you think of like a melody or a rhythm or whatever in your head. I forget. There's like a famous artist. I forget who it was that this was like their practice for writing. They don't write it down. They don't record it. They sleep on it, and then if they can remember it the next day, they come back to it.
That's true.
Yeah,
That is true.
because like if it's not worth remembering, then it's not worth.
Because you'll know
Exactly.
it's a hook if it has a hook in your own brain.
If a hook,
right?
man, that's one thing about a hook. A real
ultimately-
good hook. I mean, like you have a bullshit hook. You out there fishing,
Yeah.
and you pulling that damn fishing, and all of a sudden that fish fly off the hook. You, God dang, that
Yeah.
was the one. That was the one. It was always the one.
Yeah.
But if you have a really good hook, that fish ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere. Yeah.
That's caught for life. Yeah.
Well, dude, and then you like, because ultimately you have people that you want to be like, not just listening to music, but playing your music, you know, sharing your music.
That
and
is the
it's,
truth.
yeah, I mean, because
Like that song, Do You Feel It? It was funny. I would see Russell Lee inside of Seaboys, and I'll go check out groove line horns when I'm not, doing anything. And they every Tuesday night, at the Seaboys, and they kill it every Tuesday night. One night I was there, man, and I seen Russell Lee, and we all have been drinking. He said, Tomar. I said, what? He said, man. He said, man, I like that new commercial y'all got out there. I said, new commercial? Okay, all right. Man, that's just hitting, man. That shit is hitting. I said, yeah. He said, it's hitting, Tomar. I love that new commercial. I'm like, what in the hell Russell talking about, man? So I'm like, yeah, man, thank you. I had no idea. I'm like, okay, Russell just bullshitting me right now. Right? So I see him again, right? And he said, hey, man, have you seen that commercial? Have you seen your commercial? I said, commercial? What are you talking about? He said, man, y'all did a Dr. Pepper commercial. I said, did a Dr. Pepper commercial? Yeah, man, you did a Dr. Pepper commercial. It's your song. It's you, man. It's you. Because the reason why I Well, I had to really listen to him because one day our drummer couldn't make the gig. So Russell, he was like, man, I feel in. So he had to learn all these songs, right? So he really knew what he was talking about because he was like, man, I learned that damn song. I know. That's one of the songs I had to learn. It's you. On this Dr. Pepper commercial. I'm like, Dr. Pepper, man, what are you talking about? So I go home, I'm searching. I ain't nothing like Dr. Pepper. Like, come on.
Just watching hours of Dr. Pepper commercials. Like, where's my music?
So I'm at the house, man, and then all of a sudden, Russell texts me out of nowhere. He said, Tomar, I'm in the studio working on some music. He says, Tomar, hey, this is what I was telling you about your commercial with Dr. Pepper. And I'm in the studio, I'm like, man, okay, yeah, right. Let me open this motherfucker up, man. Do you feel it like I feel it? Do you? They fucking took that song and put it in the Dr. Pepper commercial.
Wait, so are you getting paid for this shit?
Yeah, good question. Yeah.
That's my. You're like, I don't even fucking know.
That's a whole nother story. We get that.
Dude.
That'd be the next podcast.
Screwed by Dr. Pepper.
Yo, do Dr. Pepper and I have a problem?
so fucking funny, but Russell knew what he was talking about.
Dude,
exactly.
So was it literally your song? Like your recording?
That recording.
Not a cover.
100%.
You know what? I feel like maybe
fun.
you told me that previously.
And they wrote, it's like whoever wrote that commercial or directed it actually it took the lyrics and made a commercial out of a Dr. Pepper bottle and a cheeseburger coming together. It's like, do you feel it? And they come together and they make this huge kiss. Like that. I was like, it was perfect. I'm like, damn.
So, dude, when you license your music out like to different whatever, do they like? It's like if that got put up, would there not be a process where you have to approve of a thing before it is associated with a brand?
Yeah. So what's been happening with like all the records that we've been putting out? Actually, the very first song we released as Tomar the FCs back in 2015, Day by Day. And we really don't do we don't play that a lot now because we have so many other songs that we're trying to put out there. We have like 3 albums plus an EP, so that's like 4 projects out. So that song, Day by Day, first single, it's been on many different things. Like the first big thing that it made was Riverdale.
Riverdale.
And they used like 1 minute and 30 seconds for a whole freaking scene. And I'm like, whoa, like that's crazy, man. So that's really good. So that was on CW Network.
Yeah.
So that was on TV. And then it switched over from CW and I think Netflix bought it out. So now it's on Netflix, Riverdale. I think it's episode 5, scene 5. See, I know it.
5 and 5, baby. Yeah.
5.
Bro, it's fucking great.
And then they took that same song and went to a lot of other things. But now the Diamond Company, De Beers Diamond, Diamond, one I think it's the largest diamond distributor. Well, they took Day by Day and they ran a full campaign going on 9 months
that
now.
diamond money though.
Yeah.
So Day by Day, and I'm saying to answer your question, yes, they do make sure they have to follow protocol.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what, and it's when we say mailbox money, Yeah.
Well, dude, and it's like it gets picked up by one thing, and
yeah.
it's like we were talking to T-Double.
T-Dubs, yeah.
It
Yeah.
was the same thing because he had a thing on Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And then that translated into a bunch of other shit from that.
It's like
you know, it
Wi-Fi,
sounds
man.
like the same thing for you.
Yeah.
It's like that which is fucking cool because it's
Like-
like it's how that can.
Once it starts to get some momentum, it just carries
Exactly.
through.
If you're like want to be a Bill Hicks guy though, and you can be like anybody here in marketing or advertising, kill yourself. And which is like
that's
there's,
crazy.
but it's like they're. I mean, is there time for integrity at this point? You know, like, do you care? Like, is there any brand you wouldn't associate with?
You know,
or just be like, you know what, this is not needed.
it'd be one right now. Tesla. I'm sorry.
Fuck yeah! That's hilarious. Yeah,
Hey,
fuck
you heard me say that
Elon.
loud and clear, man.
I ain't getting your
No.
Neuralink. I ain't getting that shit.
No, I'm just
You ain't fucking wiring my brain.
yeah, because George Strait was like, hell to the no. Hell to the no. He offered George Strait all his money
I was like, no, I'm not supporting that. It's like,
Elon
no.
Musk did?
Yeah.
For his music?
to do a campaign about link his music or him do something with Tesla, and we're talking like some pretty cool dollars. And George Strait was like, I don't want to be associated with anything of that nature, and he just backed out of it. And he's not the only one. There's if you look at the list of how many artists that turned Elon Musk down since all that crazy stuff was going on, it is crazy. And they turned him down. So I guess the thing is now has caught on to say no. It's cool to say no.
Yeah.
We're doing the next Reagan up here, y'all. Just say no.
Just say no.
Here's your brain. Here's your brain on drugs. He's like, I've seen a lot of things, but I've never looked at an egg and thought it was a fucking brain.
Man, dude,
right?
I'm gonna tell you that commercial. That commercial came out in the late 70s,
Uh-huh.
and it played from the late 70s all the way up to the 80s, right? Mm-hmm. Dude, I did not do drugs at all.
Bro, I
That
saw some
commercial.
shit about Dare, the Dare program. I think it like made more people do drugs.
Oh,
yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually worsened the problem.
It was
And it's also all bullshit, and it's all
Yeah.
it's
Mothers Against drunk driving, something like that. Was that?
well,
whole
dude,
thing?
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
anytime you say something's, not, you shouldn't do something, or it's, taboo, immediately you want to do it. It's like, oh, this is interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
It's like alcohol. It's like, oh, what is this? You can't do it, and you're like, and then
Yeah, for so many years they had never had a liquor commercial on TV,
Yeah.
and
you still can't drink.
you can't drink it on.
Like you can have a drink on
you can't
television,
drink
but
it.
you can't actively drink it.
They even did a joke about that in the Gillis Post Malone one, where like at the end they're like, we got to wait 3 seconds
I
before we
saw
sip
that, yes.
Yeah, it's like we still can't.
You know what? When they said that, I actually saw that. I was like, wait a minute.
It's like, hold on.
Hold on a minute. I swore someone's in these commercials drinking stuff, Miller time, you got the beer, we got the beer. The Miller, I could have swore I see someone take a swig.
Well, it means it's the FCC making sure that like the government's definitely not culpable in any way for the harm that alcohol causes society.
But
not
then-
at all.
Because I recall, I'm old.
It's not the government's fault.
Like I said, I'm old as dirt,
No,
man.
nothing is.
I recall watching those commercials on TV when cigarette ads were like huge. The Marlboro Man, you know what I'm saying? The Winston and all the cool cigarettes.
Thank you for smoking. Have you ever seen that movie? It's a fucking great movie, bro. That is a really good movie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So now to see that cigarettes and alcohol took a swap,
Big time.
big time,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I guess like alcohol is definitely like societal perspectives on it have probably changed,
Shifted
but it's
a
still
lot,
very
yeah.
like much a
Yeah.
ubiquitous activity.
Have you seen that footage of drivers in the 80s talking about how they're passing a law of like you can't drink and drive anymore, and they're like, this is an infringement on our constitution. What, am I not going to be allowed to like make a sandwich anymore? Like,
well, my
earnestly, yeah.
oldest brother was caught in that moment. Like, say for instance, like at one point it was 18. You can buy alcohol at 18. I graduated in 86. He graduated in 85. Now, thing is that they moved the age from 18 to 19 years old. So my brother was like able to buy alcohol for like a whole year.
This motherfucker got a, and then he went back to being not able to buy it again.
Because they moved it from 19 to 21.
You're like, I bought this shit last year, bro. What the fuck?
All of a sudden, the bar you're a regular at, you're not a regular anymore.
I think that's my mom. I think was around that age, about
it's like
that
right
time
there.
frame, somewhere in the 70s, I guess.
Yeah, it was crazy because he was
Yeah.
like, man, I'm gonna drink up all I can drink.
Well, I think it's dumb that you can serve your country, but you can't drink.
Exactly.
That's dumb.
Because my dad was in the military. He was in the Air Force. He was stationed in Korea.
Well, and it's
said,
also
man, they
one of
got
those
drunk.
things that
They drank, you know?
kids are going to get their hands on alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It's
did.
better to like take the taboo away and make it like, here, fucking have it. It's not like, be honest. If we all were honest with people about alcohol from the start, like, hey, have some. It's look at this guy. You know, like
Exactly.
show him a case study, and then like, oh yeah. You know, because that's why a lot of people like it's crazy to me that Trump has never drank. That's fucking wild to me because his older brother
He
drank.
attributes that to his brother.
Was like
He did
great.
drink.
You like see somebody
Trump
do it,
did
and you're
drink?
like, oh, that's like not good.
That's crazy. I
But wait.
don't think he needs to drink. I think he's perfect the way he is.
Dude.
He did.
Y'all can take that many ways.
No.
I'm not meaning it.
Bro, you
Just
can't.
saying.
That guy, there
I
has
think-
never been a more hot button
I
individual in the
think
history of
he's
the world, dude.
Perfect the way he is. You know, just don't tamper. Tamper
Dude,
with.
it's just wild. It's like this motherfucker never drank, bro.
He has.
He was doing this with minors, like sober.
Oh, you
What?
See, I didn't say it.
I didn't say
I
anything.
didn't say it. I'm just saying.
I was talking about minors from the mind.
Yeah, I'm okay, man.
When did he drink?
he was younger, but he doesn't drink anymore. But
Like he had started to drink.
No, he just
but-
it shows it in his movie The Apprentice, where the guy who basically mentored him drank a lot, so he drank with him, and he ends up getting real sick, and then he just doesn't drink the rest of the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
I think same thing with probably like cigarettes too, right?
I'm not sure with
They were
cigarettes.
smoking?
Dude, Obama smokes, bro.
He smoked.
Bro, Obama smokes like a fucking chimney, dude.
That's cool though.
That is cool. But, you know, I mean, Michelle tried to get him to stop. It wasn't happening, man.
Once you've been president of the United States, I think you get a freebie.
Dude, Obama's just going around giving speeches for like probably $100,000 a pop.
No, it's more than that.
Is it more than that?
Shit.
500?
Clinton was getting like
500?
Clinton, when he left office, he was like getting like
400
400
stacks.
each.
Dude.
Go to college campuses, they pay him 400 G's, 300, 350.
What does
400.
Hillary get? 60 cents on the dollar?
Yeah, 60% of that.
No comment.
Dude.
I'm just joking. No
Dude,
comment.
listen, bro. By the way, the list didn't come out, so we know who's on it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
We all know who's on
Yeah.
it. That's what's fucking wild, dude.
I know Bill Clinton's on that bad boy.
Fuck
too.
yes, he is. Hi, you bet your balls he's on that list.
73
He
times.
had a lot of good. Lolita on the Express.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Bro,
people. Yeah, but,
Epstein is a fucking. He was a. What is it? He's an agent, dude. He was running intel.
Man, he was.
It's all an operation, dude. They like,
He's the modern boogeyman, bro. He was
Bro.
like the boogeyman. You know, that's crazy that, you know, it went on that long.
and it went on, and it was.
It was backed by many, many powerful people that we still see that are in
Full organizations.
Exactly.
It's like
That's
when
why.
are we gonna have these conversations? Like when are we like because it's taboo in a lot of circles to talk about it, but it shouldn't be.
Well, it's
it
all-
absolutely should be the opposite of that.
Yeah,
It
well,
should be like this. We should be talking about this.
Yeah,
shit.
because, you know, if you, like me having daughters, I mean, hey, man, you want to know who did what to your daughter and where, if he's still in office or still in a position that he makes executive decisions dealing with children or just dealing with life in general, hell yeah, you got to know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's where it's at right now, man. It's like, I think like the John Kennedy, you know, more than half, almost maybe all those people are pretty much gone. So yeah, you can release those files, and
That's what they do. That's what they do. That's why they sealed 9/11 shit too.
yeah,
Because there's shady ass shit around
there's
9/11
a lot
too,
of
bro.
shady stuff, man.
Like, when are we gonna like? That's what I'm wondering too. Because it's like, at what point? Because this guy doesn't even he wasn't even born on 9/11. But it's like, at what point, when as
On
a society,
9/11.
do we get to
No.
do we get to have those conversations where they stop being like? Now we can be like, yeah, there's pretty like blatantly some weird shit
Yeah.
Like we still don't have a clear video of any plane hitting the Pentagon to this day.
To this day.
Not a single one.
One
And
of
I
the
think
most secure
is that not
buildings in the world.
One of the most surveilled buildings.
Well, what gets me is it building 5?
7.
7, building 7. Okay, 7. Now, that day watching it, because I recall when it happened, I think I just came in. I dropped my my ex-wife, then wife, had dropped our daughter off at daycare, and I had came in from doing floors. I was doing some flooring at a spot, and I got in around say 8 that morning, and got home. I turned the TV on like I normally do, watching the news, and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm seeing all this smoke, whatever, and so my wife, my ex-wife calls me, and she was like, are you watching the news? Because she's at that point, she's working for the state. So they were like, they letting all the people leave from the state go home because no one knew what was going on. So I jumped in the car, ran and picked my daughter from the daycare, brought her back home. And as I'm watching it, I'm watching the buildings collapse like we all been watching. If you weren't born before that time, yeah.
I didn't get to watch it. I had to practice fucking drumline.
Yeah. And so basically,
we're like, history's happening.
I'm sitting there watching this whole
a national event.
This whole thing unfold, and all of a sudden, building 7 falls. And at that moment, I said, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah.
Oh hell no!
It was way later that day.
It was way later that day.
It was like 5 o'clock that evening. Man,
like,
it was such a it's just like imagine getting the fucking shit traumatized out of you. And then so when some crazy shit like that happens that on any other day in life,
exactly,
you'd be like, that's weird that building just fell on itself.
And it felt perfect.
You're like, yeah, that's normal. Of course it did.
It felt so perfect too, man. It's like at the same time, like, wait a minute.
That doesn't happen.
It
doesn't happen.
Like,
it just defies any rational physics.
It does.
And there's plenty of videos you can hear explosions going off.
Oh, yeah.
There's plenty of them.
Lucy,
and I would think they probably progressively detonated. So they didn't do it all at once like they would normally do it. They would probably do it like one at a time, spaced out, so that like you don't necessarily think same thing. I don't know. There's literal fire department videos where they're like, we need to get away from the building. It's coming down. It's like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
How can you would need a team of engineers, like an engineering firm to come in and analyze a building and look like you cannot determine that a building's going to collapse by the eyes, just by the eye test.
I have a feeling that one's going to crumble.
Like I think there's going to be multiple like structural failures simultaneously that are about to occur, defying what we would know as like rational laws of physics. It's probably going to happen here in a second.
Like, yeah, I
and
know
then
what's wrong.
move away.
And then you hear pow, and you're like, okay, yeah, I hear explosions, so I'm fucking getting the fuck. I don't care what this guy says. And then it's just boom, right on his footprint, bro. Like
perfect, man. I know. I think it went down to like 2 feet. Stand on. I'm just
dude. And it just happened to be a building that had like a bunch of federal agencies and a bunch of files for like the Enron investigation.
Oh, that
and
was
then where the Pentagon got hit just happened to be where like they were investigating like 2.3 trillion that like Donald Rumsfeld said the day before. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, there's so much black budget money too that we don't know where it goes.
Well, we just got to stay above water, man. Keep our head above water, and I don't know where this term. And I'm old school as hell. Back in the day, I'm gonna stick to my word, man. Being woke,
word is bond, bro.
Being woke is a great thing.
The what woke is bring back woke, like what woke has been.
What is this woke thing? Like I'm still trying to capture that. Like what is that
it
about?
It got hijacked by white people. That's what happened.
Like bro, like that was in the hood. Like yo, man, I'm woke. I'm woke, man. I'm woke.
I know.
Yeah. And that was a good thing. It's a great thing to stay woke because I don't want to be asleep all the time.
It meant something different. And then white people are like,
it got co-opted like crazy.
I like that.
How do you hijack a word like that and make it bad?
Karen, let's be woke.
Well, now we're in the age of woke is dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Woke is fucking flake, dude. Woke is not in style. It's just it's more about, dude, the whole idea like came around on itself and it's all
snake eating its own tail thing.
Where the thing you're trying to like be you went too far with it and it's not.
So woke is meaning that you went too far.
Well, it's people that are like.
I'm
it's
all
like,
ears
it's
because
like
you educate me now. I'm
righteous-
like, I don't know what it means.
It's like self-righteousness.
Okay.
Now I think would be what it is.
With arrogance little tagged on the side.
Yeah, I think that's what it's become. Yeah.
Ah.
I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I
think
assess it as.
everybody has their own idea of what woke is, but a lot of the time it's just a way to attach yourself to a larger creature, a larger cause.
Gotcha.
Yo, I was, dude. Yeah,
I think the pure woke, or at least like the what like the good version of woke is just like being a critical thinker and not falling into the hive mind, which is funny because that's what woke has become. It's the hive mind.
Hive mind.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. There we go.
Yo,
Thank you.
it means always remember it's the jungle out here, and you gotta keep your head on a swivel. Like you gotta, dude. That's the world is crazy, and it's like, I thought to me, it's like always keep an eye on the things around you that are trying to run dictates towards you, because are they in your best interest? Are they not? Should you? What hill is the worth? Like standing up on and being like, okay, this is enough.
And that's the scary thing is, man, like, and we're trying to keep, in Austin has changed since the 80s. When I moved here, mid 80s, and the music should always stand. I mean, me and Jimmy Bond, I met Jimmy along with my brothers like in 87 when Tough Enough was out, that single, it ain't tough enough, and met him in San Marcos, and Jimmy and I, to this day, we're really good friends. In fact, we shared the stage like 2 or 3 times so far, like in this year, I think.
We need to get Jimmy in here, dude.
I would love to get
I'm gonna ask him about
I would love to see
were
his
you
podcast.
really a dick?
Tap him, man.
I want to ask him if he's really a dick to his brother, dude.
No, don't say that. Jimmy's a beautiful cat.
Hot shit.
Bro.
Jimmy's a beautiful.
No, he's
such a.
he's like just kind of like an icon of the city.
He
I'd
is,
say.
man.
Yeah.
He's definitely an icon. And the thing is, man, we did a show at ACL Live about 2 years ago.
Great venue, bro.
And we had a rehearsal, and there's this one song that his brother Stevie never heard on the radio. They recorded tick tock, tick tock, people. Remember that one? Time's ticking away. And that song was recorded like in 1990, something like that. Jimmy wrote that song with Stevie, along with Nile Rodgers from Chic. You know what I'm saying? So him and Nile Rodgers wrote that song. I didn't know this until we were like rehearsal. And I was doing 2 songs with Jimmy. And Jimmy was like, I want you to do that record. And I'm like, man, that's an honor. So we're in rehearsal rehearsing. And his wife was there, Robin was there. And Jimmy stops the session. And he was like, I was doing this song while I was on, the road touring. But he said the one thing that it makes me recognize or realize that my brother never heard this record on the radio. I was like, what? And he said, no, it was released after his, passing. I'm like, golly, man. So we, now I'm like, damn, you really make me intimidated even singing now. Like, dang, Jimmy, you should say this after the show. You know what I'm saying? In rehearsal. So
Tell me this shit.
I said, damn, Jimmy.
How am I gonna get through this?
Can we get through it? Yeah. But pretty much, man, we did the show and it went off great. It was a beautiful, beautiful show. And so hopefully Jim and we're going to do some recording coming up.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
With on the record of mine. Yeah,
Hell yeah, bro.
So keep an ear to the floor for that one.
Yes, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Dude.
Hell yeah, man.
It's been a good fucking podcast,
This has
bro.
been solid. I really appreciate having you on. You've been a fucking great
Yeah,
guest.
no,
Thank you, man. Thank you. I thank you guys for having me, man.
No, bro.
Anytime, man. Would love
I
having
need
you
to
back.
pee really bad.
Me too, actually.
You all got one of those little things that you get from the old folks' home, the little one of these.
Yeah. I'm wearing a catheter at all times.
When I go-
It's a pecan.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. When I go on long road trips, I'll be in the back of the bus.
In your pecan.
Leaning to the side. What the hell am I doing?
Put your dick in there, out there.
Sitting sideways.
Just like a catheter, just right out, dude.
Tube down the leg.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
No.
Bro. Never have to stop.
Right? Seriously. No, man. We really appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the fucking
Soul
the
searching,
vinyl,
man.
And check out
Check
if you're
out-
here listening with us.
Tomar
fine
and
evening.
the FCs.
Yeah, dude, Tomar and the FCs, bro. I appreciate you guys. I love what you do live. I think that's really about what I think people need to go see. Is like you gotta catch Tomar live because like you really come across and it's really that's where that. Not that the record's great, but it's just a different. That's what I was gonna say too. You should do a live recording of let this dude do it.
Oh,
for
dude,
you.
it'd be freaking
of,
awesome.
God, you do that? You do it?
I do mixing,
that's
I
his
do-
degrees.
yeah.
We'll talk after about that because we can help you out with that probably.
That is super dope, man.
Yeah.
Love
Let's
to
do
do
it.
that.
Let's do it.
Hell
Let's
yeah,
do
man.
it.
But dude, so and the live performance, like that's what's worth checking out. So,
Let's do
dude,
it.
thanks for coming through, bro.
Hey, man, thank you, Cody. Thank you, Kai.
Tomar.
All right,
Appreciate it, man.
all right.
Let him. That's it.